Roughly 20,000 National Guardsmen could be stationed around the nation's capital in the coming days. 20,000. That is more than the number of U.S. troops deployed in Iraq and in Afghanistan combined. Video, you probably saw this in pictures floating around online. I retweeted it right away. I couldn't believe when I saw some of the pictures. Wednesday morning, it shows dozens of guardsmen lining the halls inside the U.S. Capitol. Some were sleeping on the floor when they were off on a break. When chaos ensued a week ago, 350 unarmed guardsmen were in D.C. Way different. Now, thousands are activated in the hours after the siege, and even more today. Federal leaders, they are not taking any more chances. The FBI warned more armed protests could be happening and leading up to the inauguration day next week. So we're seeing more boots on the ground. This time, they are armed. Therese Garnier has more on that deployment.
Stunning images. National Guardsmen seen sleeping on the Capitol grounds while cradling their rifles. The scene captured by Newsy's reporter, Nathaniel Reed.
We're in the Capitol Visitor Center right now, which is typically where folks line up for tours. But right now it's filled with members of the Army National Guard who are all here in order to try and protect the Capitol after last week's riots here. This is the hall where folks typically check in to visit Congress. And as you can see, hundreds of members of the Army National Guard as protection efforts on the Capitol are underway.
Some outside the Capitol seeing these images on social media are wondering if it is safe.
Those service members had been on a shift for approximately 16 hours, so they were afforded the opportunity to take some downtime in the middle of the night. And all service members, whether soldiers or airmen, you know, when we're carrying an arm, it's critical that we maintain control of that armament at all times, even if we are napping. And that's the easiest way, because it'll wake you up if someone's taking your weapon.
The decision to arm the National Guard came just hours before the House began debating the second impeachment of President Trump.
When we're asked to be armed, we're armed. The Army leadership, the Secretary of Defense and the Secretary of the Army authorized the District of Columbia National Guard to be armed. And in fact, all the National Guard that's supporting the District of Columbia National Guard will be armed, especially around the Capitol.
In an interview with Newsy, Major General William Walker admitted this scene is exceptionally rare. The Department of Defense does not normally use the National Guard in a law enforcement role. When the Capitol siege began last week, they were assisting with crowd and traffic control. The Guard is effectively on standby to assist law enforcement, which authorizes them to open fire if they're being threatened with weapons.
They're authorized to defend themselves, first of all, and then come to the aid of others. So if the police or law enforcement ask them to assist, they are empowered to assist the law enforcement that they are supporting.
In effect, that means the Guard could decide to take action, even make arrests, even if another agency, like Capitol Police, does not. There could be up to 20,000 National Guard troops in the Capitol during next week's inauguration, and their orders have been extended until at least February. Back to you, Chance.